Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I like to do videos on canning and baking and vintage recipes and just life here at Pike Creek Farm. I'm semi-retired and trying to be thrifty and thrive at the same time. And today I am part of a collaboration that has been organized by Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife, Cookies and Candies 2025. This week, there will be cookies. Next week, Thanksgiving week, there will be candy videos. And there's going to be at least one video every day that people have agreed to sign up and do. This is an open collab, so if you want to join in, do a video. Share one of your favorite holiday cookie or candy recipes. Today I'm doing a recipe that I just discovered. I went to a church, a local little country church this past Saturday for Dear Widows Day, and we did holiday crafts, and it was really fun. And we had chili and desserts, and this was one of the desserts. It's Cranberry Bog Bars. So I'm going to use some of my homemade cranberry sauce. This is the jellied kind. You can use the whole berry kind, and you can use store-bought. This has oatmeal and butter and brown sugar and nuts. I'm using walnuts. You can use pecans. You could, substitute a different jam even inside, but cranberries, it's perfect for this time of year. And this is a great way if you bought too much cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving, make these bars for Christmas. And they're perfect for, I think, for breakfast or brunch, or for with a cup of coffee in the afternoon, or for dessert. I think they'd be really pretty on a cookie tray because they have that bright red color. And I love making bar cookies because they're easy and you get them all done at once. You don't have to keep dropping them on the cookie sheet. They freeze well, so I can make these now and put them in my freezer and pull them out for Thanksgiving Day next week. And that's probably going to be my plan since my husband isn't here. And I don't need to eat a whole 9x13 pan of cookies. So I'm going to bring you down and we're going to get making these. They're really simple. I am going to use a stand mixer, but you don't have to. If you just have a hand mixer, no problem. Okay, we're going to put 1 cup of softened butter into the bowl. So that is 2 sticks. I am using salted, but you can use unsalted. There is no other salt added to this recipe. I need a towel. And to that, we're going to add 1 cup of packed brown sugar. And we're just going to let that beat and mix up and cream and get nice and fluffy for 5 to 7 minutes. We want it to really build up in volume and get fluffy. I do have a 9x13 pan that I have greased, and I have that set aside. So let's put this down and get this going. Okay, it is all fluffy and light now. So now we add 1 cup of all-purpose flour and 2.5 cups of old-fashioned oats. 1 cup of flour and then 2.5 cups of old-fashioned oats. And we're going to mix these together. Okay, I have a 9x13 that I have greased well with butter. I'm gonna put all this into the 9x13. I dampened my hand some. We want to press this in very firmly. We want to compact it so that it doesn't end up being a crumbly crust. And we want to try and get it evenly spread. Missy decided to come join me. Gonna wash my hands. It calls for a 14-ounce can of whole cranberry sauce. I prefer the jellied, and I'm going to use an 8-ounce and a 4-ounce jar from last year. I'm hoping 12 ounces will be enough. Could have softened it up a little in the microwave, but I'm just going to spread it out. It isn't that. I do have a video for making homemade cranberry sauce, and this year I strained it so it doesn't have any of the skin or anything in it. This does, so this will have more texture for the bars, which is probably good. So we're going to spread this over this crust, and then we're going to make the topping. Yeah, this will be plenty. Good, and I use up those 2 jars from last year. Cranberries are on sale for 99 cents, so I want to get some and make some more small jars. I made some big jars for the holidays, but now I want to make the small ones that I use throughout the year when we have, if we have turkey or if we have chicken or Swedish meatball. I'm going to set that aside. And now we need a microwavable bowl, or you could do this on the stove top. And we need to melt a 1/4 cup of butter. To the 1/4 cup of melted butter, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Packed. Oop. 1/2 cup of chopped nuts. I am using walnuts. And 1 cup of oats. And we need to mix this together. Make it kind of like a streusel topping. Now, if you wanted to add cinnamon or any spices, you could do that. I like to use my hand to make sure it's combined well. We'll bring this back, and this gets put on top. Spread it across. We're going to pat it down a little. This goes in the oven at 375 for 25 to 30 minutes or until it's nicely browned and pulled together. Here they are out of the oven, very, very hot. Can't really see on the side. So I'm going to set these up on the counter to cool. You don't want to cut these while they're hot. They will just fall apart. What I liked about these two is they're basically pantry items. And I had a video talking about breakfast pantry items, like things to stock in your pantry to make breakfast from. And I said I would show some different recipes. And this is one of them. This is one of my breakfast pantry challenge recipes. This with a cup of coffee in the morning would be wonderful. Some yogurt with it if you have that. Some cottage cheese. Here they are, cut up. I have some going in the freezer. And let me take a little one. See, you can see the cranberry. And you could do more. They were firmer on top until today. I made these like a day and a half ago. I had to work, so I didn't get this finished. I would make sure to press the topping down. They're still good, but it's a little more crumbly on top. The bottom is perfect. The bottom does not crumble at all. And that tartness of the cranberry is so good with the sweetness. Very good. So something simple from your pantry, basically. Just what you have in the house. You can make delicious bars that are perfect for breakfast, for a snack, for dessert, to go on a cookie tray. You can cut them up nice and small and get a lot out of one 9x13 pan. Thank you, Angela, for inviting me to this, and thank you to all of you for watching this. So stay tuned for more ideas on how to use your pantry to make things for breakfast or for dinner, for dessert. Just something that you can make very simply with what you have on hand and what you stock. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.